we good?
4, 3, 2.
And action. Welcome.
My Moose's milk.
That's right. The stream is brought to you by Loosely's Milk. Welcome to our future selves. Stay sexy.
That's what
Uh,
Uriah is
this-
doing right now.
This stream is our Pathfinder game. In case you are new here, you stumbled upon it by mistake. We do not intend for this to be viewed, but if you do like it, then stay a while. Go ahead and subscribe to Joe DePro, or Double Whammy, depending on where you are.
For the people who have continued to watch. It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been 2 weeks. Yes, for our one fan or like two fans, maybe two.
But they mean a lot.
But
They mean
yeah,
a lot.
you real MVP,
Whoever you are.
whoever you are.
Oh,
No, it's this stream is mostly intended for us because we don't like taking notes. So we listen to
lazy.
streams later on. You know, we're
Well, we're
lazy
supposed
like
to
that.
stream.
But we also
I
do
don't.
still take notes. So
We also take notes too.
yeah, we do.
Very big.
But this is a
Very-
log so that I,
Nope.
as a DM, can catch my players and stupid shit.
And there we go.
And there we go.
Uh.
And away we go. So last we left off, the group known as the Serious Six had just faced off against a fairly despicable villain named Count LaCroix. Count LaCroix was stealing orphans and children who wouldn't necessarily be missed, and experimenting on them in sick and evil ways. These children were found out to be requested upon by a group of creatures known as the Algolthus, which are aquatic ancient beings that have nefarious purposes, of which the Serious Six didn't gather all of. You guys didn't figure out exactly why they were doing what they were doing. But you did know that had they succeeded, their empire may, in fact, rise again, which at one time they ruled all of Cauldra. So you succeeded in stopping them, which is a big win for you guys, but unfortunately, due to the nature of it, nobody will ever know. Upon coming back to LaCroix, you found out that he had once again escaped your grasp, but you had ended his operation there in Porta Drag. You had called the authorities and raided his lab, shall we say, and rescued about 30 children from his clutches. And the point of the campaign, you had rescued Molly Violet, the girl who had started it all. And upon getting her back to a safe place, you found out that she was experimented on the most. She had been turned into an amalgam of Algolthu and human thing, with a series of experiments and tattoos that made her something else entirely. You fought her in the final fight. She took on the form of the Herald, but you managed to save her just in the nick of time, and stop the Algolthus from rising again. At this point, you also found out that there is another being living inside of her that introduced itself as Mithrun Dugal, or Dugal. And this being, for some weird reason, only seeks to protect Molly in any circumstance. It only rears its very strange and ugly head when Molly is under duress. And when it does, you watched horribly as it one-shotted a creature that could have given you all a decent fight. Not a horrible fight, but a decent fight. And yeah, at that point of one-shotting this creature was actually when Molly was quote unquote kidnapped again, trying as this Ugathal tried to get her away, take her away. You ended up stopping the Ugathal. You ended up saving Molly and discovering Captain Windrunner in his underwear.
Yeah, we did.
Also, on a totally unrelated note, Uriah's in a coma
Yeah, he is.
You already
because
know.
because he got drunk and lost his pendant. The pendant of which is the vessel of Aquin. For those of you who have been keeping up, you know what this is. But for those of you who don't, yeah, it's basically a lamp for a genie that he's been keeping around his neck. At this point, we're actually going to pick up the next morning. That evening, I will say this, the captain strode onto deck and questioned all of his men, full in underwear while it was raining, questioned all of his men to find out which one of them, if any of them, were imposters. He spent about 2 hours grilling them, full loud and proud in his whitey tighties. And then after sufficiently determining that all of them were cool, you guys retired for the evening, and Bazak was eager to get Uriah to this meeting that he was supposed to have with a Nixie known as Amalia. Nixie who has the stolen pendant. I think that's everything. There was a lot there, but I think that's everything. Other than Falco, who contacted his mom and learned a little bit about the chicane. Mama, ooh. We're going to actually pick up Uriah.
Always. Coma. Coma 3000.
He's been picked up many times.
What do you mean by that?
He's picked up.
Episode 1, episode 4, episode 9.
Not you wait.
Okay.
Uriah. Your lungs burn. Ash and dust fill your mouth and you cough. Your legs feel like jelly, but they press on. The dirt underneath of you, dry and cracked, busts away with each step. And with every step, you feel as if it will be your last as you run from the terrible storm. Green lightning arcs from glowing red eyes in the sky. And you see the shadow, as you look back, you see the shadow of a bald man that looks both mysterious and familiar. As you have ran for what feels like hours, you finally gasp and give out. You fall to your knees and gasp for air. There's nowhere to run, the bald man says. There's nothing you can do. You and her trapped for eternity. What do you do?
That is a fantastic question. He's behind me, or am I running?
He is behind you. You're running from him. He is taking one step at a time, very casually. And as you look back at him, he's keeping pace with you by just walking. And every time he steps, you see fire embers coming up from his step, the ground splits open and orange glow comes every time he steps up from the ground.
Bro's middle name is Jason. What the heck? Okay. It's just like an open field and the red eyes in the sky. That's it.
Pretty much, it is cracked, craggy ground. It is rocky badlands as far as you can see. There is no horizon. It just keeps going.
Right.
You have him, and you have the storm. And every time lightning flashes, you could swear you see the glowing red coals in the sky.
What color is the lightning?
Green.
Oh, that's right. This is unfortunate. Okay. What do you want from me?
Depends on what you have to give.
Oh, it's creepy. Why did my door just opened? Okay. That's some terrible timing.
I'm coming for you now.
Lights just go out. I remember seeing him. Where do I remember seeing him from? Who are you? I remember seeing you before.
I am your caretaker, your teacher, your master, he says as he steps closer to you. A rising sense of dread comes on, and you see as he stands there, the bald man, the lightning flashes, and you could swear when the lightning flashes, he turns for a second into the Birdman, and you're afraid. You're very, very afraid.
I've had to learn it all myself.
Who do you think has been guiding you this whole time? And what have you done with your gifts? You've gone back to her? A lesson to be taught. He's now close enough where you can see the whites of his eyes. And as he reaches his hand out, his hand erupts in fire. And then in his right hand, and then his left hand ices over, and he puts these together and fires a shot at you. I need you to make a reflex save.
What freak is this? I didn't know we could combine Power Rangers. Okay.
It's the
On
kids with the
reflex?
rings. What are they?
Reflex save.
Do I still have my clumsy, flat-footed, sickened, and stupefied?
I'm gonna say no, because this is a vision that you're having, so
It's not literally you.
it's not literally you. So you can go ahead and remove all that stuff. And when you wake up, you're gonna remove all that stuff too. So
You said reflex. Oh, my strongest one for sure.
Hey man, don't be weak.
21. Yes. He goes, "You die instantly. Power word kill."
you take 30 points of damage
Dang.
as this magma hits you and then immediately freezes you. It burns you to a crisp. You feel your skin burning and charring, and then freezes over and slacks off. You actually feel parts of your skin rip off as pieces of ice are too heavy to be supported by your charred skin.
Well, my new character's name is going to be Johnson, right? So,
What does he pyrate
how
to?
many points you said? 30?
30 points of damage.
Ah, my bad. Ah! Okay.
You made the basic reflex save. You succeeded.
That's a success?
Yeah, you took half damage than that.
Oh, that would have like killed me then. Probably. It would have almost killed me, yeah. So am I in combat?
You are you're in combat, but it's more like narrative. Just tell me what you want to do.
Gotcha. Alright, so he hits me with that. Did I recognize that attack? Like, I don't know. Did I recognize it as one or the other?
Do you have recognized spell?
I have
As a reaction, As a reaction, you should have recognized spell.
Let me
If
check.
if you can burn your reaction,
All you have to do, recognize spell.
and then what is
Train in the appropriate skill for the spell's tradition, and it's a common spell of second level or lower. You automatically identify it, but you can't get worse result than a success. The highest level of a spell you automatically identify increases to 4 if you're an expert, 6 if you're a master.
So I have to roll a secret arcana check.
Yep.
Yeah, you recognize that as a fireball spell. Looks like a fireball spell to you.
Ah! Dang. This sucks, guys. I'm gonna die. Oh, what the heck was that? Oh. Oh. And then I'm gonna like go down on one knee.
Oh wait! Hold on. There's an addendum. Hold on, just a second.
Oh no!
Not an addendum.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I'm just gonna change my
addendum.
one.
Oh, you're an expert. Okay, cool. Yep. You're good.
And then when I go down on one knee, Pocket's hand. I'm going to. How close is he to me?
He's about 80 feet away from you.
I thought he was so much closer, dude. Oh no.
I said you could see the whites of his eyes. You can't see the whites of his eyes from 80 feet. I'll say 40 feet. I'll half that. You can probably see him from 40 feet.
I'm like, oh, alright. That's a cool little trick you got there. I can do that too. And I'm gonna throw fireball at him.
You mean water ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a fire fix.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Nice knowing ya.
So guys, what do you think my next character should be? Ooh, that's a high roll. 31.
31.
Knows when to hold him. Knows when to walk away. And also knows when to run.
Wink.
With a 31, you summon the water, and the water forms, and you throw this water ball at him. And as you throw it, he reaches his hand out. His hand turns red with heat, and he catches the ball. And as the ball comes into his hand, it shrinks and goes into steam. Neat trick. But you're just beginning. Allow me to demonstrate. and he
I'm gonna die.
he casts another spell. This one you easily recognize as the one you just used. Water Ball.
Ultra
And-
ball.
Then it freezes.
He's using ice
And
as
he
snowballs.
shoots.
That's not fair.
He shoots it at you. He's going to make an attack.
There was a rock in that snowball, man.
Holy Moses. This may actually not hit you. Nope, it hits you. It doesn't crit, but it hits you. You're going to try to counterspell this? Alright. So, counterspell, I believe you have to roll opposing Arcana checks, right? Is that how that works?
Let me see.
I sent you that link, Mossy. Don't you? You know how that? I sent you that so that you would learn how counterspelling.
I don't know
works.
what you're talking about. Counterspell. When a foe casts a spell you know and you can see it's blah 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 blah, you expend one of your spell slots to counter the triggering creature's casting of a spell that you have in your repertoire. You lose your spell slot as if you had cast the triggering spell. You then attempt to counteract the triggering spell.
Yeah, so it's a counteract action. So, let me see here. I don't have anything in my GM screen about counteract. I have to look this up real quick.
Please hold.
It's a counteract check. Yes,
Rule.
so you're actually going to roll Arcana against his Arcana DC.
Oh, his DC is like a 73.
Bruh, you don't even know.
He goes higher. All right, let's see. 28.
Yeah. You go to cast the spell, you expend the spell slot, and then you get smacked in the face with a bunch of ice. You
Brother.
suffer.
Son of a gun. My eye. Mama.
It's your whole face, not just your
17.
eye. It's your whole head.
Did you say 17?
Cold.
No, stop making number bigger.
24 points of damage, of cold damage.
You gotta know when to fold
you-
up.
Don't you have any resistances?
You down yet?
Know when to walk away.
Are you down yet?
Know when to run.
Mother trucker. I don't have any like movement spells. Why don't I have any movement spells?
Because you're a wizard.
And
He's
so
not even a
sure.
wizard. He's an elemental sorcerer. He should have movement spells.
Because you're an elemental wizard. Because you're, I don't know, dude. I don't know what you were drinking.
But you
Fire
created
whiskey.
the character.
No,
Yeah,
Fire
exactly.
Whiskey's fighting back.
Oh. Mother trucker, that hurts. I'm gonna stand up and be like, I'm done with this crap. I'm gonna start running.
You
You're
turn
a
around.
meeting.
You turn around and you start running again. Your legs weak. Your chest burns from the ash. And as you run, you just hear an ever so faint snicker from behind you. And you hear the arcane sounds of another spell being cast.
Zigzag. As I'm zigzagging, you hear me out of my breath. It's about drive. It's about power. I'm zigzagging, bro. I'm zigzagging.
It's just like a gator. It's just like a gator. It's just like a gator.
Does a 32 hit you?
No.
Critical success.
It crits. It crits. Note it. Don't lie. It crit, don't it?
It
Yep, it
crits.
This man sleep for the outside
Slumber.
world and inside.
Do I get it? Do
Oh,
I get
I
an
rolled
advantage?
so I rolled 5 1s on a 6 or 7. I think I rolled 8. I thought I rolled 8 times. I rolled 8 times. I rolled 5 1s. All
You're
right.
making the advantage for
You
zigzag.
took,
all
you
one.
took 5 1s in a row. 1 1 1 1 1 1.
Mossy, you've been blessed. You better figure it out, dog.
You took 15 points of damage. Of fire damage.
His bonus. You said 15.
And that's doubled because the crit?
Don't remind him. Don't remind him, Joe.
You
I'm
got-
Yeah, he rolled 5
You-
1s. Like,
Oh.
get
Boys.
ready to slumber.
It's in
No,
the
it's
wrong
plus.
chat.
It's plus, not slash.
And I don't think you can
it's
see
plus,
this
not
chat
slash.
anyways.
Oh,
Let's get ready to slumber.
Yeah, I can't see this chat. You have to go into the actual chats.
I will continue to try.
Head in this corner.
Uriah, how you looking? You good still? You gonna continue to run? As you turn back to check, you kind of get your footing and you turn back to check. You notice around his waist he has strapped a small brass vessel that looks very much like your pendant. And as you look at his waist, you see several different vessels. 4 different vessels strapped around his waist. One is made of stone, one is made of brass, one is made of a black metal, and one is made of terracotta, like clay.
bro's legit Kai. I am versing a man from the spirit realm, dude. And I am not Poe. And I am not Poe. I am not the Dragon Warrior, alright?
You're about to be the slumber warrior in a second.
I'm saying. I'm gonna go meet Master Oogway real quick. Wait, so which one was mine? Was mine brass?
Doesn't
Brass,
even
yes.
remember.
What are you doing with those pendants? Those aren't
I could
yours.
teach you. I could teach you. If you weren't so stubborn.
Teach me what? You haven't teaching me anything.
I've been teaching you this whole time. He says as his hand now, as he grasps in his hand like this, and as it closes, green light erupts from his fingers, and he pulls down like this, and you suffer the effects of a Tanglefoot spell. I need you to make a reflex save.
Judah, listen to me carefully, alright?
Put the pieces together. Master of all four
Don't say that,
elements.
Jonah, put one pressure on me!
We all figured it out.
He is the avatar.
Master of all 4 elements.
28.
28. You give me a second.
That means there's other
Um,
pendants out there.
We figured it out already, dude. What the heck is this game?
28,
We get the
I'm
same
trying to
information,
find-
Masma.
Trying to find
different
Tanglefoot,
speeds.
but I can't find. Where is it?
Just you're a cleric, you got, or you're a druid, you got Tanglefoot, right?
Oh, he does, but it's a whole thing.
When they
Oh. What? You don't get to save. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Yeah, no. Wait. What?
Go
Wait.
ahead and cut off my.
Critical success,
Oh.
failure. Oh yeah, you do. Attempt a spell attack. He gets an attack. You don't get a save. He gets an attack.
Your roll meant nothing.
Does a 32 hit you? He rolled the
Ah.
exact same number.
Dang. Crit. That's a crit. That's all
I
like.
don't want to play anymore.
The effects of the Tanglefoot spell last for 5 minutes because it is that heightened.
Huh.
5 minutes.
As roots grow up around your legs, that are
So it's
jelly.
like
You
level
can't
12.
move, and he pulls like this, and you close the distance. This root of almost like a big tree pulls up and whips you back towards him, so that you are a mere feet from his face. The lesson begins now. And he casts another spell quickly, and you start to feel the air pull from your lungs. You gasp, and you can't breathe. You suffer.
Oh god.
You
I'm not
suffer.
afraid anymore.
You
Yo,
suffer.
he's still rolling. He's still rolling.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them
Ten-
dice a rolling.
10 more points of damage.
He did.
Dude,
Are you
You had
down?
9.
I had 9 HP.
That's my 1.
As your body goes unconscious rather.
In a unconscious state. But
As you kind of you got slip away, and he grabs you by the shirt, and he goes, "No, no," and he taps you on the forehead, and he heals you.
oh my god!
It's like Ragnar.
good!
It's like God of War Ragnarok. I don't know if anyone's
Not
seen
just
that.
like that straight out of Ragnarok, my boy.
Uh
He's going to heal you. He's going to use a 9th level spell slot to heal you.
huh.
You are at full health. I don't have to roll dice for that. You're at full health for that. Like, he just casts a spell, and you're at full health. All of your wounds
We're
heal.
not glossing over that. We're not glossing over that. He has a 9th level spell slot.
He looks at you and he goes, "Not so fast. We have all the time in the world."
Okay, I've been practicing this, right? So my legs
Yeah.
are wrapped, right? I grab onto his leg and this uppercut finna be fierce, bro.
Shut up.
Fierce.
You're slumped. You're slumped.
Bro just came back from
That's
conscious. It's like,
what I found.
Trying to hit them with the shoryuken. Ain't
Yo,
happening,
this
brother.
is some good breakfast, Don.
Yeah, who really made these eggs, man?
We're gonna pick up with the rest of the Series 6
Good.
in a
I can have
boat.
mental-
In a dinghy
Bye, Uriah.
going to shore. You have Uriah's body that has not woken up yet, and you are absolutely positive something is wrong.
Is he supposed to sleep this long?
No. Same. I don't know. I
Deep
really don't.
sleep could be some like
shot.
what?
As you near the shore,
Oh,
the deckhand that was sent with you to help you row the boat with everybody on it, he kind of gets to the shore, beaches the boat, and he says, "I will wait here for your business to be finished, I suppose."
it won't take that long. I don't think.
For
That's
sure.
right.
What are we doing with Uriah?
Bringing
Was it
him
underwater?
to the
or was
meeting.
it just-
You have to crawl through a cave to get there.
Wait, is this like the aftermath of alcohol or something? Still don't get it.
No, it's never like.
Sometimes. It all depends on how much you drink.
I think it has
He-
something to do with that pendant.
He had a lot to drink.
Maybe he's connected with it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Well, since you're the chicane user, you would know that better than any of us.
it's just my thought. I could be. I don't know. I think that's it.
Doesn't seem too uncommon for people to make those connections.
So we're kind of gonna go through a small tunnel. I think we throw a rope on him, and I just, go in, pull him through.
Do you
Guys, if you guys want, you can.
think
Well-
I'm going to fit through a small tunnel?
It's worth a shot. I don't know if you wanted to stay here. You watch our flank.
I think I'll.
These Nixies are kind of tricky sometimes.
Well,
I can leave Slippy here with you if you want, Johnny. Be you too.
Well, I mean, I'd still have to be near the opening of the cave if I was going to watch your backs.
Alright.
So was that a yeah?
Yeah, I'll go with you. Well, no, we'll go with you. Slippy can go inside. I'll stand outside the door and make sure nobody bothers this meeting.
I think this is gonna help him. I don't. He should have woke up by now. He has to do something with the chicane.
You guys watch as part of his skin cracks and looks like it's burning,
Whoa, whoa,
Like it's
whoa,
been burned.
whoa! Yo,
And
what's
then-
going on?
and then heals.
I'd say definitely the chicane, because that does not look normal.
Y'all saw that, right?
Yeah,
We should
let's go.
get going quick.
I like grab him like slump.
I'm gonna poke at that spot as he's picking up. Like he picked him up.
The arm jerks a little bit as you
Oh,
poke it.
Oh! Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. This is freaky.
It feels like skin. I mean, it doesn't feel any different.
Freaky.
As you continue inland for a bit, you eventually get to this cave area. I don't know why it keeps playing this. Here we are. How about this?
I'm
Here we
muted.
are.
It. I'm just kidding.
You eventually get to this cave that you should have to crawl through. You notice that moss is now covering the bottom of the cave instead of mud, and it looks a bit more welcoming. The vines that grow down over the entrance have been parted and tied to the side, almost as if someone was expecting visitors.
Do I know what kind of moss it is? Can I identify this moss?
You can roll a nature check.
Sick.
It-
First dice roll in 2 weeks, baby, let's go!
Well,
Natural
besides
one.
your eyes.
Natural, my dice roll, that's
Uh-huh.
what I meant. Oh. Jesse, why do you have to open your big mouth, man? 21.
With 21, you recognize this as you recognize the moss. It is a green moss that grows in particularly wet regions. You actually have seen this before. It's very prevalent in Dartland Forest. It's ground cover, basically, just in wet areas. It's usually near rivers and stuff like that. It's very pretty. When it grows thick, it actually isn't slippery anymore. But this hasn't been very thick. It seems like it was just done, and it still is pretty slippery if you were to step on it wrong.
Slippery when wet, y'all.
Should post a
Be
sign
careful.
or something.
I just step on it and take it like a man.
Yeah,
Or
don't.
dwarf. Take
Are
it like
we-
a dwarf.
Are we all heading in? Are we all part of this meeting?
Think we should, yeah? I mean,
Look at my
It looks
notes.
like
It's been a
somebody
while.
was waiting for us, so I see why not.
lead the way, Bazak.
He's checking something in his notes.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I just take maybe me and you, Don, we just go. So I have some backup, but not. It's nothing personal. These people, these things don't like a lot of people. And maybe seeing a stallion, not a human, might help.
Alrighty. Wow.
Fuck,
In
like,
other words,
fuck,
chicane users
out.
only. Works for me.
fuck,
Johnny
don't-
leans up against the wall.
I'm gonna sit pout next to Johnny.
Just watch our backs.
Yeah,
I
whatever.
usually do.
Flippy comes down and sits next to Falco and just starts pouting as well.
Yeah, right. That's ridiculous.
Don just
Oh,
You-
because I wasn't born. That's dumb.
You pull Uriah through the cave with a rope. And as you exit the other side, Don, for the first time, you see this lush cave with you hear water dripping in the distance, running actually in the distance, trickling down river stones. As it opens up into this cave, you see a central kind of opening in the top where light comes in. As it filters in, you see a pond, and in the middle of the pond, you see a small, smooth stone. And on the stone is patchy dirt and a few wild weeds and a small little sapling that is growing. Very tiny, but nothing else.
Is this the place, or
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Let's come close to this down to the water, maybe.
all right? We bring him closer to the water.
Sit his limp body down next to the water. Kind of limp. His breathing kind of slows a bit, and
Now he's
as he
noises.
loses breath, like it's being sucked out of him.
Oh, is your friend here?
It should be. I don't know if Hey! I bought him!
Your voice echoes into this lush cave.
I don't have a lot of time here.
Echoes again.
We like look down into the water. Is it like deep? Is it?
You look down into the water, and it very quickly is beautiful. There's a few little fish there, almost like aquarium fish that are just absolutely gorgeous. But then it has like a shelf, and then the shelf goes deeper, and it just goes straight to black. Like you have no idea how deep it goes.
Can I like make a splash on the water? Maybe a little alert or
As
something?
you make a splash on the water, all the fish gone.
Maybe she's down below.
Just wait here.
Alrighty.
I like slowly walk in the water. Looking around.
As you step into the water, you feel movement in the water until a small form approaches from underneath. It comes up and then climbs up onto the rock. Don, you see a form no bigger than a human child, with blue scaly skin and green seaweed colored hair that is a tangled mess that comes down. Long, thick pointed ears, and whiskers on the side of the mouth, almost like a catfish would have.
I
Massive,
wrote it down as Malia.
massive eyes. She kind of looks at you, and Don, you hear, "Negathi nutashna, nathnira." Bezek, you hear, "You brought someone else. Who is he?"
Yeah. A friend. I didn't know. I need help lugging him.
She looks down at Uriah. What's wrong with him?
I don't know. It's as Bezak continues to speak, you don't know the language, Don.
Mm-hmm.
He's speaking in that language.
Don's just kind of sitting down by Uriah, just kind of looking at those two and like, okay. Keep talking.
He went to sleep the night and has not woke up since, even through all this.
I have to check something on Don's character sheet. Maybe he does know the language.
He doesn't.
There's no.
Oh, you're right, because I whispered you. Yes, she's not speaking. Yeah, yep, he does not. Okay. She kind of curiously looks, tilts her head. You see in her left arm, she's clutching what is no longer a pendant. You see the chain. Actually, your eyes go to a glint as the water kind of drips off of her hair and whatnot. Your eyes go to a glint that's kind of half in the water of the chain that she tore off and threw it to the side. This is just the vessel. She's holding it in her left hand and she's looking over. She kind of walks on 3 legs over to the side of the rock and then steps into the water, swims a bit over to where Uriah is, climbs up, and starts sniffing the
I
air.
don't know what's wrong with him. I think it has something to do with the chicane.
She picks up his hand.
Don just kind of chuckles.
Ever since he lost that necklace, he went to this. That's another thing I can assume.
She puts her hand, looks into his face, and she goes like this on his eyelid and opens up his eye. And as she opens up his eye, Don, you're right next to him. Basic. Both of you are looking. No check needed. Like you guys are both looking at it as he opens up his eye. You notice his eye is glazed over white, and the very center is a round, like dark black dot. Like you see just a little bit of his pupil. That's it. And as soon as she sees that, she jumps back into the water and swims away. She's moving back away. In fact, she's clutching the pendant. She goes, Rothgax. You actually hear that. She says that even in the other language, you hear Rothgax.
Rothgax. Who?
Don would take a second, kind of like look himself, like just open his eye. Ooh.
You see it, and you can actually see in the glaze where the bloodshot eyes underneath the glaze, kind of spreading. His eyes just kind of cracking almost. This the red is kind of an orange red that glows out. He's Malia kind of looks. You brought him here. He's wanting to. You lied to me.
What? How would I lie? I didn't lie. He's the guy who used the pendant.
No. No, he's not.
What do you mean?
He's the guy that tried to kill Aquin.
Then how come Aquin's helping him? He can't shut up about it. Right, Don? I mean, she's trying to say that, that Aquin, he was against Aquin, the Uthgar, was against Aquin,
Well,
and he killed her.
so how would
So,
that have gotten into? What's that got to do with him?
he used Aquin, right? Like,
Multiple
Aquin was
times.
his patron.
She takes the lamp and she looks at you. She gives you this long look, reading you, reading Don. Don, you almost feel a bit exposed as she looks at you, like a child would look through you. You know, like somehow knowing who you are, all of your secrets, that kind of stuff.
Mm.
She comes closer to Uriah again, and she holds the pendant, what's left of the pendant, the vessel closer, and the vessel begins to glow ever so slightly with a faint blue color. Child of Aquin.
You see? He's cursed or something.
And with that, she leaps on top of him and kisses him.
Oh, God!
Uriah, in your dream, in your vision, you are the air being sucked out of your lungs. It's then replaced by ash and fire. The vine grows tighter, and all of a sudden, as you squeeze and you feel your life force draining again, and a touch on the forehead, and you are healed again. You gasp for air again as this being in front of you, this bald man, just chuckles and goes, "The lesson is in pain. For all the pain she caused, you must know pain. You must know pain in order to fight it." I need you to make
painful to look at.
I need you to make a fortitude save.
A
Being kissed by a
fortitude.
fey.
A fortitude.
Fortitude, he said.
Oh golly gee, mister.
40 do.
No.
Um,
D2? I got D2s.
It's a lot of
Those
flips.
is
It's a coin.
plus
It's a
31.
31. With the 31, the pain of all of your bones snapping as this vine grows tighter would have made you pass out, but you succeeded the fortitude save. You
Which I'm
feel your
used.
rib cage snap and your lungs puncture. You can't breathe anymore, and he touches you on the forehead again, and your bones snap back into place.
Oh,
Hey.
Oh, my bad, G.
He then looks down, and he touches the vine, and as he does, fire spins up the vine and burns you. Your skin becomes charred and black. You burn alive until you cannot breathe. The fire is sucking all of the oxygen away.
Better get to keep these scars, because these scars finna look cool as all get out, dog.
And as you burn alive,
Totally
gasping
impossible.
for air, you can't breathe. You feel the life force draining, and you feel the touch on your forehead again. And you're brought back again.
Gotcha.
Malia steps back from Uriah's body.
But you riz.
What do you want from me?
Honestly, I kind of run out of answers. And 2 days ago, yesterday, he lost his pendant. You took it. And I thought we could just get some information and help each other with no want needed, just give and take. And then today rose. And now I want him to wake up.
She puts the vessel on his chest. I trust you. But you should know, every spell, every act, every wish, it comes with a price. Every single time. What are you willing to pay?
A I've paid already. I'm willing to pay this debt.
I help him. And you don't pay the price, he's gonna pay the price.
I'll pay.
What do you pay?
What do you want?
He chuckles. You should know better than to ask questions like that. How about... Oh, how about a memory? Don't worry, it won't be an important one. Give me 1 day.
What the heck?
1 day. Not important. One day, not important.
That's a tough answer.
Not important to you and not important to me.
Not important. As a druid, you should know there will be times when what we want is not as urgent as what we need.
Alright.
Good. She stands up. She comes close to you, and she kisses you.
Basically, just lets it happen.
As she
A
kisses
long
you,
time. Huh.
your head feels a little swimmy, but nothing has changed. This is going to be very interesting.
I don't like this game anymore.
As she pulls back, you notice her lips shimmer with some sort of purple energy. And she turns to Uriah. She kneels down and she kisses Uriah.
Oh,
And as
God.
she does, as she kisses Uriah, in your dream, as the earth is now pulling at you, you have each of your limbs are in crags being pulled out of their sockets. You feel a pop, another pop of the other arm, the legs and the knees pop as you're being sawn asunder, pulled apart. And the bald-headed man comes closer and he goes, This is gonna be fun. And as he says fun, you start feeling sick at your stomach. You start feeling that fire,
Really?
that fire whiskey's coming back.
I'm gonna throw up on him.
And as you throw up, it's just a torrent of water at him. It pushes him away. As it pushes him back, you notice the storm push away. And as you, the rocks give way, crumble to the ground, and you stand for the first time, and you're wiping your mouth, and just water keeps coming. You just keeps coming out of your mouth until all of the ground around you the cracks in the ground of the Badlands close, and dirt begins to form. Grass starts growing up as you. It's coming out of your eyes. It's like coming everywhere. Out of every orifice, you're pouring water. Your hands, your skin is sweating. You become water, and you look, and you can't see where your skin ends and the water begins. And as you look around you, you look down into the water as a reflection, and you are made of water. You are a water elemental. And you hear a voice as water just keeps forming all around you. You hear a voice. Now's your chance.
Whose voice is it?
Aquin's.
My chance to hurt him?
It's up to you. That all you hear is how. Now's your chance. It's up to you. I'm gonna have you decide what becomes of this moment in time.
Can I think of a doorway opening up?
You think of a doorway. Any old doorway?
Doorway out with a big exit sign on it, with a big arrow pointing to the door.
You've never seen anything like that to visualize. As you
It ain't
look
real.
and you think it's not real, you can't imagine that. You're gonna have to have something. You're gonna have to have something that's anchored, something that you can imagine, that you can readily pull up.
All right, bet. Well, it's easy. My farm. I'm in the kitchen. Mama's making food. I'm sitting down at the dinner table.
The water pushes out from you, and as the water pushes out, the grass grows, turns into a field of wheat. Turns into trees. You see a river that runs by, and you see a farmhouse with a door that is slightly ajar, smoke coming out of the chimney, and you smell food.
Bueno.
What do you do?
I walk into the house.
You run into the house.
I sprint into the house.
As you run into the house, you hear the storm behind you. You hear a roar of the bald man yelling, "No!" As you hit the door, everything goes black, and you hear one word. You hear your mother's voice. Home. Home. And then this creature is on top of you and spurting water into your mouth, and you are dry drowning pretty much. You come up, she jumps off of you, and she's like, all of you here that are in the room here,
Bazak here.
Bazak hears, "I hate the taste of human."
Haha. Me too.
What do you mean by that?
Huh.
Uriah, are you?
Uriah, boy, are you okay?
Oh, my head.
God, I don't understand this game. Which one is what beats paper?
Ship.
The
Ship.
rock.
Paper.
Beats paper.
Rock beats paper. All right, fine. Why do you keep choosing scissors? All right.
Slippy's over there.
Yeah, she keeps putting scissors.
Wouldn't be scissors, it would be knife.
Yeah,
Why do
right.
you keep choosing knife?
I just keep choosing paper. Then why does Slippy keep winning?
Rock, paper, claw.
Cannon.
Oh.
Cannon, by the way. Cannon.
As Uriah, like as you kind of gather yourself and cough, You see the creature I already described to Don and Bezek step back, instinctively still clutching the it's no longer a pendant, it's just a vessel.
Right.
And she's clutching it. And she goes, can you understand me?
Whoa. What?
Bezek, I don't think you actually understand her at this point.
I would say Don would instinctively look at Bezek if Uri replies, "Am I the only one who can't understand her?" Just look at Bezek.
No, she's speaking another language.
Bezek, this language that she speaks, you do not know. Uriah, you can now add with the plus sign on your languages, Sylvan, which is the language of the Fae.
Doesn't Don know that?
No,
No.
Don does not.
Pretty sure
Oh.
Lockman knows that.
Jakas does.
Jakas knows it.
Falco knows that.
How does Falco know that?
Just go down his storyline and find out.
Oh God.
Golden.
While you're doing that, let's take a quick break. I gotta run to the bathroom.
Yup.
Break time, people.
Hey.
There are
Alright, and
And we're back. We're gonna pick up back on the ship after you have rowed back to the ship as you
Did it? Did I
the
get my
first one over the side. Malia instructed you to continue to fix the pendant, and after it was fixed, to come back and see her.
Gotcha.
She thanked you all for being respectful, although Don didn't really understand.
Smile
Don
and
just
wave,
nodded.
Don. Smile and wave.
Yeah.
And really dismiss you. She has this way about her to just be kind of naive almost. It feels like she's naive.
Don took the chain that she threw up and pulled it away.
Don's got a
Don,
fish in his
You
pocket.
want this? Okay.
On the way back, Uriah, you think about your encounter, how it happened. Bazak fills you in on you losing the pendant, he chasing down the pendant and all that, so forth. You
Basic
all
does not say about no bargain.
okay.
About what?
No
His-
bargain.
End of the bargain.
Mm-hmm.
so you don't know
Uh,
what he gave up.
Mm.
And all
Only
Don
Don
watched was a whole lot of kissing. All Don watched was a whole lot of kissing.
That was weird. Never mind.
Watch it. This is a family stream.
That's
And we're trying to be a family stream. We're failing to be a family stream.
Your failing.
You're failing as a
Mom's
father,
failing.
Judah.
Whoa,
Um,
whoa, calm down there,
my
Jamal. Put down the 9.
You guys get back to the boat.
I would
First
say-
one over the side. Go ahead.
As we're on our way back to the boat, Falco would like, "Whoa, glad you're back," and then he would proceed to tell them everything that he learned about Molly, finding out that Molly has a brother, not knowing she had a brother, and kind of telling him about the game where he continuously lost to Slippy because Slippy cheated.
Slippy. As soon as he says Slippy cheated, Slippy.
I don't know. I think she was winning fair and square.
Of course you did. You were winning too. Bunch of
I think the
cheaters.
game's rigged.
That's what I'm saying.
As you guys get up to the boat, the deckhand calls up and a ladder is thrown over, along with ropes to tie off the boat and winch it up. As you climb up the ladder, I'm going to say Johnny is probably the first one up the ladder. A hand reaches down for you to pull you up onto the boat, and as you give him your hand, your left hand, to pull up onto the boat, he pulls up and very quickly pulls you close, reaches into your pocket, and pulls out the box. Thank you. It's Windrunner. He's like, thank you for this. You forgot to give it to me. That's the end of the deal. Just so that you know, before we did anything else, I just wanted to make sure and check it. You know, and I know you went with Don. Don, get up here.
Huh?
You were kind of occupied the last time I saw you in
Yes.
your
Yes.
underpants.
You jealous? Listen, a lot of guys are. All right, I understand. Not everyone can just walk around the ship in their underwear, you know. But I think I can pull it off. And also, I'm not ashamed.
It's nice that you keep your short sword seized.
Oh,
Right, two-handed bastard sword, but whatever. Emphasis on the bastard because you know. Well, anyway.
Fairly
As
friendly stream, boys.
as family stream, as Don is bro, Windrunner is hard for me, bro. Windrunner is hard for me.
As I'm going
Windrunner
up.
is hard for a lot of people. But
I'm glad you have that relationship with him.
as Don is pulled up, he looks at both of you, pulls you to the side as the other members of the Serious Six come up,
What they think they did?
and pulls you to the side, goes over to a barrel, puts the box on the barrel, and then reaches into his pocket, pulls out the key, unlocks the box, flips it open. The box is empty. He holds his hand out without even turning. He holds his hand out to Don. Give it up.
I'll make sure to give him the right map, not the Quincy's map. And then give it to him.
Don, you don't have it.
What
did you do with it?
did I do with it?
He turns and looks at Johnny, and he goes, "Oh, I had more faith in you than I should have. Cough it up."
Well, the deal was you got the box. I got you the box. For this, and he pulls the map out and holds it. I need a little help with a little problem.
I think he's
Saved
talking
your
about his
life
short
twice.
sword.
We saved your life once.
Which means you still owe me.
I got you the box. You asked for the box.
For the box, the deal was for you to have rent, like, off of the boat charge. For me carting your sorry asses around.
And for
So
the
that
map-
deal is done. Come on now. You have to talk business. If we're going to talk business, I definitely need to talk to Don. You do not have a head.
Of hauling us
business.
around, I think that is where Johnson was getting. Johnny.
What is it that you want? And then we will talk price.
Just a few children transported to Almori.
You want to bring all the 30 children on my boat? Good lord. I am running a charity.
No,
Oh.
you're running a business. And
I
The
know
price
you
is
could at
paid.
least keep them safe, of course.
Tell you what. I am supposed to. He takes the map. He says, supposed to go to Freeport after this. This today puts me about 6 hours behind coming up here. But we go back, we get the kids. I will make it 3-4 days behind and go out to Freeport in a week or so. But you also have to set up a meeting with the broker.
Don, that's your department.
That can
He
be
looks over at you.
arranged. Of course.
Perfect. Then the deal is done. He turns back. You didn't steal this, right? Like, you just asked for it, and they gave it to you? I mean, they were expecting you.
We had a nice night in the tavern, of course, and asked about it. Of course, they gave it over. It was all friendly business.
I'm sure. Like, honestly, I could have picked it up myself, but I was kind of lazy. I didn't want to go off the boat. You guys had a whole, like, thing, didn't you? You don't, you distracted, and you guys, I swear, adventurous. He puts it back in the box and walks away.
I always ask for the things that I acquire.
I made 2
And he
new friends out of
smirks
it.
and walks away.
Mm.
And you can hear Johnny literally laughing under his breath as he walks away, like, yeah, ask for things. Yeah, no. Nope.
As you guys return to Porta Drug in just a matter of 45 minutes or so. And within a couple hours, all of the 30 children are transported to the gravestone, and you begin the journey back.
And
To
Basek
Amara.
picks up his weapon.
Uh-huh.
Do any of them look like
And
Bobby?
his face. Bobby's dead.
Phaedos Bobby.
Actually, Bobby and Jacasa are best friends.
Oh,
They're sitting in the Fey realm having tea and crunkets.
Exactly. Bobby and Jacasa like this. Jacasa, see? Volcano beats all! Dragon! That's cheating!
Speaking of dragon,
Oh, God!
Aw.
Dragon D's.
speaking of dragon, Omara. Yeah. So the next 3 days are fairly uneventful. Is there anything that you wish to roleplay while on the ship?
Basek's gonna eat. Don's cooking. Give him a
Donnie
scale
works.
1 through 10.
I know in the 3 days I want to be getting up with Johnny in training.
Falco will just be like pseudo track training, like picking a target and like trying to be stealthy, not getting found by that target, like practicing like that.
Stop following me, Falco!
Shut up! God.
This is the
You know-
fourth day in a row!
It might be easier if you put Slippy away and it was just you.
What do you? Jeez. Y'all don't understand. Throws his hands up and walks away. Y'all don't get it.
Was he
No
trying to
one
be stealthy
understands
or?
me.
You come down Bazek to the chef's area, Big D, to find out with Don cooking with Big D, and the room is just full of children. You see them like literally like, oh, and what is this? What is this? There's rosemary that's used for cooking, and that's an orange. That's fight against scurvy. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a toe of a giant. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's a radish. All like, wow. As he's instructing them all. You see there is an assembly line. Big D has all of these kids like flipping burgers and doing stuff. Like he's got a little McDonald's going on here. Like everybody is they're running the line. They're cooking stuff. They're heating. They're boiling stuff. Like no, watch that. Make sure that is a yes chef. Yes chef. Make sure that it only goes on for 5 minutes. Yes chef. Like the whole thing. He's got like 7 or 8 kids in this little
As we
Muscle
walk down,
area.
we see MC. Oh, we see Hell's Kitchen. That's what we see. We see Hell's Kitchen.
Idiot sandwich.
I'm an idiot sandwich!
It's just two kids doing it to each other. I'm the idiot sandwich. No, I'm the idiot sandwich.
No, I'm the idiot sandwich.
Now, damn it, you're wasting good bread. All right.
I'm the idiot cops when I get done with you.
Just to clarify, Bazek took the child, the other dwarven, Stormbrew in his cabin, and he has her.
Did you procure a coffin for her?
She's wrapped.
Okay.
The answer is no.
Other than training with Johnny, I want to. Uriah wants to try and replicate
Replicate.
what Bald Boy did with the fireball in the ice.
You cast Water Ball. And then you can cast, like, while you're holding Water Ball, you can slowly cast. Like, it takes too long to charge up. It's not something that you can do in a turn. You can slowly cast, like, Ray of Frost to, like, ice it. But then you don't know any fire spells.
Got him. Prank John.
On the second day on the second and third day after training with Uriah, I see a bunch of the older, like 7 or 8 of the older kids just laxing around. I'm gonna take them and start showing them how to work the ship.
They're eager to do something for the first like 2 hours, and then after that you constantly find them on their phones. They're very slacking on their job. They're always sitting down. They're not really running the ship correctly.
The phone.
But yeah, they're pretty much what's going on.
Hit the deck, maggot.
Go ahead. Actually, you know what? I want to try this. Go ahead and roll a diplomacy check. To teach some children.
Third.
Actually, I would say society check.
Even worse, probably. It's a fighter. He doesn't need that. He just hits things and kills.
Can I use intimidation?
Ooh.
13.
Teachers that can intimidate more than
13. You get a couple of them to understand. Seems like a couple of them come from families that are farmers or miners or hard laborers, and so several of them do catch on and start helping out. By this time, Windrunner comes out and he's like, watching the kids scrubbing the deck and watching the kids tie off rigging and stuff. Looks over at Johnny. Am I going to get in trouble for child labor or something? Like,
I was doing this when I was their age. It's what pirates do.
I understand, but like you were like the captain was your dad, so that kind of makes sense. Like, these are just random kids. Like,
you don't
listen,
ever bring children onto your ship and train them?
We do not.
What kind of pirate are you doing?
We do not take slaves. Okay?
I need to introduce you to my father and show you how to be a true pirate.
The forced workers.
That's interesting. Introduced to your father. Where is he, by the way? Oh, that's right. Nobody can find him. He turns and walks away.
As he says that and turns and walks away under Johnny's breath, he looks at the one child next to him and he goes, "Only those who know where he's at can find him." And I wink at the kid.
Kid's like,
so you want to be a pirate, kid? Well,
whoop-de-doo.
On any of the random days, Dawn would have a question for Windrunner. Dawn wants to ask him. Dawn wants to ask Windrunner any of the random days, just some random conversation. Ask him if he knows, like, if it's a juniper thing of some junipers being able to manipulate air to help them move, like he saw in the Vigo alleyway. There was a one time I rolled a nat 20 for perception, and they jumped up, and I kind of saw like air being manipulated or something, like an air kind of following them. He would ask about that, if that's like a juniper thing or if that's a personal.
There is not necessarily. I try to recruit for my network able-bodied people. I have worked with adventurers before, like I have said. They are decent folk, but easily distracted. But if you take one step down from adventurers, you get mercenaries, mages for hire, that kind of thing. And I discreetly try to find those that can handle themselves if the situation would call for it, against a force designed to fight chicane users. But I would never openly say uh, what this purpose might be for. But just in case, God willing, they never have to use it. But there are a few members of the Juniper Consortium that do manipulate. They have some minor tricks up their sleeve. It is very delicate in certain circles with the Inquisition. You don't want to get too powerful practicing it, but also you want to be able to use it in case you need it. It's a touchy thing. I leave this up to most of my men to decide on their own. If they're stupid enough to get caught, then they don't need to be working for me anyway.
Of course. I'll see if I can see what I can find on it then.
I'm sure if you studied real hard, you could figure something out.
Thank you, Captain. I'll turn and go back to wherever Bezak and Dawn was doing stupid things.
What are you doing?
I did not mean to do that. I meant to hit hide video participants.
Stupid things.
Start activity.
Hey, also, one of the days, Paco would like to talk to the captain.
What can I do for you, my woodland friend?
So, like, how did that thing sneak up on you and like take your pants, or were you like indisposed? Like,
I was asleep, believe it or not. I had a long day, and then that thing came in, and he was disguised as Cassius, which is weird because Cassius told me he was going to meet me in a couple of weeks, and we're totally different, so I thought it was Cassius. And then he dropped form and knocked me over my head very quickly. I let my guard down. I can assure you, it will not happen again.
you were asleep, it's not really your fault. We all have to sleep.
Maybe if there was a way that I could magically keep myself up.
I would, no. It's a terrible idea.
I don't
Well,
know. Chicane is weird.
I just want to know, because, like, usually the captain's like, I don't know, but...
Be careful. I don't like your tone.
What? No.
What do you mean the captain is usually like, listen, buddy.
No, listen.
Captain.
Okay, I haven't been on a boat in a while, okay? It's been a while. Last time I was on a boat, we were coming... Well, your ship is like... Last time I was with Lance's crew, and they did things differently. So, that's why I was like...
You were with Lance's crew. All of a sudden, his hand rests on his blade.
Was is an understatement. Is it an dang it, Don taught me that word. It's not what I meant. They hired me to track down, and I point at Slippy. They hired me to track down these guys on a different island.
What did they want with these guys? I mean, she's beautiful and everything, but he looks down at her claws and her teeth. Lance Mayer, you are one dirty dog.
You have a relationship with him.
I thought we discovered this. He tried to kill me.
Yeah, but you didn't really go into like details.
Yes, I did. He tried to hang me.
Yeah.
What do you think I got this?
You gotta see if I could go. Hold on. Grab a platinum and fling it to him. I want to hear more.
Like the platinum overshoots him, and somehow he's just like, ting. Puts it in his pocket.
That is one platinum.
Where to begin? He is a thorn in my side. He disguised himself as my friend. Tried to kill me and killed the one woman that I truly loved.
You said
you
killed her.
Yes.
Damn. That's Shane. That's Shane reaction, not Falco's. Damn.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. And now I am going to take the thing that he loves most in the world, and I'm going to rip it away from him, and then I'm going to dismantle his whole empire first. Then I'm going to rip away from him the thing that he loves most in the world, and then I'm going to kill him very, very slowly.
Man's got goals. You can't knock him for that.
That's pretty impressive. Wow, you've been thinking about this a lot, huh?
Every single day for the last 10 years.
Is there like? You said he pretended to be your friend. Like, you sure that was like him doing that? And like, I don't know. That's kind of weird.
I don't know. For several months, he ran with this group that were pretty cool. The other members I still know. They're kind of in contact with one of them every once in a while. And then they were pretty cool, but then all of a sudden he started getting really weird. He ransacked a town and plundered it, stole a bunch of money, thought he was a big shot. We had the deal to go to a different island to find a treasure. He betrayed me, hung me, thought he killed me, killed the one woman I loved more than anything in the world right in front of me. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
Hey, I didn't. I'm sorry if that like. Here, I'm not good with words, and if Falco's gonna hand him like another 5 platinum. Sorry for making you have to leave through.
He looks down. He looks down at the platinum. He looks back up at you. He drops the platinum, turns around, and walks away.
Oh, all right.
It's fine, he yells. Falco, I've dealt with this for a long time.
Thanks for the Okay, listen. Real quick. Since you've been through this before, anybody in my party give you any like weird vibes or weird
Other than you?
What are you trying to say?
Well, no, you made this snide remark about usually the captain is Saul, and then all of a sudden, you know,
that's not what I meant.
You're trying to be buddy and bribe me by making me relive all of my horrible moments of my life, and then think it's good just by giving me platinum. You notice as you go to put the platinum away, it doesn't feel like platinum. Somehow, it's like.
But you took it anyway.
Well, I mean, platinum.
Fine.
You can add 5 buttons to your inventory.
The golden button trick, the oldest trick in the book.
-5.
The oldest trick.
26. And buttons. I'm sorry. Like that. Yeah, never mind. I'll leave you alone now. And we'll leave.
All of this takes place within the 6-day trip that it takes to Almara. 3 days to Porto Calais, 3 days up to Almara. And the reason why of the 3 and 3 is because the Fingers of Death that are kind of right in the middle of the way. It's very foggy there, especially this time of year. And as you go by Porto Calais, you don't make dock. You just see it off the side for an hour or so as the ship tacks back and around. None of you have asked to go there, so that's not where the ship is headed. The next 3 days, with all of this intermingling, take place fairly quickly. We move through them. In Almara, as you continue to make your way north, Almara is fairly like the city kind of goes up at a slope very, very rapidly, and you can see as it comes into view, the clouds part, the fog kind of clears. And you can see the palace and the magistrate area are dusted with snow. And as you get closer, going farther north, you are starting to feel the cold. as the date is now 12/1. I'm not sure if that's 100% accurate, but I'm going to say it is because it's been a couple weeks. I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was 11/29 actually, because I think it was 11/23 last time we checked.
The date was 11/28. Was when we did the baby stego and all that. So any days after that was like.
Oh wow.
29th, 29th, 30th, 31st, and then.
Yeah. So it would be
12/5.
12/5. It would be 12/5. The dates are going to be increasingly less important as we move on. For the next campaign, just so that you know, for the next story arc. Because a lot of little stuff has to happen in a lot of time. So yeah, as the ship comes in to make port, they run up a series of flags that are chained together, and the ship tacks away from the main port in the next to the view, like the military port, the market area, and tacks over close to the Verde Vestment, and makes port there. Amongst the dry docks and the workers, you hear bells being rung and workers moving, lumber being hauled away, shouts between foremen letting the workers know what to do, orders being given and received. And as you come up to this gloomy industrial part of town, you have 30 children. The ship docks. The dockmaster meets with the captain, who explains the situation with the children, that he's just delivering children. The captain takes the dockmaster aside. You watch coins being exchanged, and the dockmaster leaves.
I would like.
All right. I've bought us a few days, so
With my money. It's fine. Sorry.
I'm sorry. You bought us a few days. Now make it count. I need my meeting with the broker. Get off my ship.
Wow.
I'll go. You have the best relationship with Jaslyn. I think I'll go with Don. He might need the muscle talking to the broker.
He might not be as happy to see us without.
Do the other three of you want to take the children to see the teacher?
I think it's best, instead of just showing up with 30 kids, maybe we leave them on the boat for a day.
Oh my goodness gracious. Fine. In for a penny, in for a pound, I suppose.
Just give us a day. Come on. Yeah. And then we can do all of this.
This deal is getting worse and worse. Go ahead.
You made
it. The only concern I have is when we speak to the broker, he's
not gonna be happy.
As Don said, he might not be thrilled, so if all of us go see the broker, that leaves all of us vulnerable.
But we do work better together, I'd say.
I think it works better if we're apart. You three go talk to the teacher while we go deal with the broker.
I think Bezek's right, Johnny. I would feel a little more comfortable knowing we all messed up our deal with the broker than just the two of us, in case anything happens to go wrong.
And if it goes wrong, there's nobody to save us.
That's why we got each other.
That's fine.
Well, we'll work it out, you know what I'm saying? Because it'd be weird if I go talk to Jocelyn, and y'all somehow muck it up, and then they come find me, and I'm talking to Jocelyn, and I get kidnapped in front of Jocelyn. Now Jocelyn gonna call the police, or the guard, and then you're gonna have the guard. You see what I'm saying? We'll just go all together. Let's just stick together. You know, just kind of.
It's like that song. better together.
As they say that, Johnny starts walking away, pulls out the katana, and starts sharpening in it.
With
I
what
don't
other
think
hand?
you should do that. Yeah, that's true.
He's got a sharpener on his sleeve. Built in.
It's got right here. It's just.
Yeah, his leather. I don't let you do that on his leather.
It's
Yeah.
just right here.
He starts running it across the leather.
Let's try not to be intimidating, cause you know this is kind of his town. You know what I mean?
However, he got killed
Face acts
several
like this.
times by a boatman. It's not really much the broker can do. That's already been done to me.
He could actually
So-
kill you.
Wait, you
Yeah.
died? What? Okay, hold up. Would you have said
He
all
would've-
that?
he
What
would've
happened to you?
Told us, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
All right. Cool. I mean, that's you. I don't know how that works out here, but maybe in there it's different. But out here, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no paradise afterward. There's no.
I just want to punch someone.
What?
So if he starts a fight, it's a win-win for me.
What's with you guys trying to fight the guy that's trying to help us? Let's try to be diplomatic.
I'm proud of you, Falco.
We should get
Oh,
off
yeah,
his
use
ship
these
before he
words.
gets mad at us. Any more than
Johnny's
he
already
is.
walking down the plank.
No, you guys are talking while you're walking through the Verde Vestment. That's,
Yes,
that's,
of course we are. Of course we are.
Talk
Good
him
thinking.
up. Walk it, look it, talk it. Never mind.
At one point,
you-
Johnny slides next to Uriah, pulls him over, and looks over the side. And I wonder if they ever found that guy. Just keeps walking. As we're walking.
I just want to like, with the water, just like, even if like where I remember he fell, just like push that area of the water down a little bit more. Let's hope not. Just make it stir just a little bit extra.
Yeah, make it look weird. So they
As
pull
you
up in.
as you look down into the water, you see nothing. Just some kelp, some fish. There is nothing there.
But don't go bomb.
As you continue your trek into the Verde Vestment, you get to the part of the area where the broker normally has his meetings, the end of this long alley. And you get there, and there's none of the broker's men there.
Is the door locked?
Usually we.
It's the end of the hallway. Like, you usually can see one of the guys out that leads you back through a bunch of alleys.
Mm.
Who's leading the party? Who? Oh, it would have been Johnny. But something's
Anything?
not right.
Yeah. Anything look off in the alleyway? Scuffle? Anything? Crates,
No.
barrels open, busted.
No, just kind of deserted.
Isn't usually what's the ugly guy's name that's usually out there? You know,
Mhm.
watching.
Normally, unless they've moved.
They have a bodyguard. You know.
Having walked that path a couple of times, can I roll to see if I remember the path?
You remember the path fairly easy enough. I mean, you all have walked it a couple of times, so you guys could go down there if you'd like. There's just you just clocked that there's normally people out here, and there's not.
Look around. Is anyone watching this area?
Make a perception check.
And I aid.
You can also make a perception check to aid. Yes.
As Johnny gets to the entrance where normally there's somebody, he just keeps going.
21. Hold on, Johnny.
29.
There will be no holding of the.
All right, so you get a 22.
Mm-hmm.
And you look around, and as soon as you look around, you spot up on a balcony of across the street. You spot an old woman that's just kind of like.
Hey Don, look over there.
All right, Johnny. We'll meet back up with you. Just kind of like turn to the rest of the group and kind of head nod to go not follow Johnny directly, but kind of like bank around out of sight of her. If Johnny's gonna keep walking, that's up to him. If he wants to come back, that's
I'm really good at staring people down. Watch.
Don't look at her. I'm gonna like
Don't
hit
look
the
her in
back
the
of your
eye.
eye. Turn him around. Don't look at her.
Ah!
Damn.
Ow.
Oh,
Is Johnny walking or is he coming with us? Say it.
Johnny's going.
Okay.
As,
rest
as
of the-
Johnny continues down the alley, you guys clock that this old woman doesn't do anything. She continues staring blankly into that alley.
Maybe
Oh,
she's
yeah.
maybe she's blind.
blind.
Ma'am,
Oh no.
ma'am, you okay?
Huh?
Are you okay?
Who is that? Better not be those Russo kids again.
No, I don't. What's a Russo? No, down here.
Huh?
Down here. Hi. Hey. How's it going?
Huh?
Howdy. You okay? You doing all right?
Oh, it's a lovely day. That's not night. I can tell.
Yeah, the sun's out. Look back at the guys. What the? Do you know what happened to the guy that lived over this way?
Hmm?
The-
No, yeah, it's definitely day. Hmm.
No, that's great. But do you know what happened to the guy that lived across the street?
What? I said, you want some wheat? Well, son, you need to go and find a farmer.
No. All right. How tall is this balcony?
Literally just a
Just start
second floor.
climbing it.
Just a
I'm
second
gonna
story
start-
balcony.
Freaking climbing and going up there so she
Go,
can hear me.
Falco!
I'll be right back.
Uh,
No!
Roll an athletics check.
What is it?
Athletics.
As I hear this, I start knocking things over in the alley just to mess with them.
20. Dirty 20.
Yeah, you climb up it pretty easily. You get up onto the thing. Oh, no, so can't say that.
No, I'm not a Russo. My name's Falco. I'm with the town's guard.
Oh, use the guard.
Yeah, we're asking what happened across the street. Do you know what happened? Where they at?
He lied.
Well, you need
Yeah,
to speak up, sonny. My hearing ain't what it used to be. You say you need some wheat. You
No,
need to go and see a farmer.
no. Listen, lady. Do you know what happened to the guy across the street?
Yeah, you say you need to buy some wheat. I tell you again.
where to?
Hey, ask her again, Falco. Maybe, should tell you.
My great uncle
Uh-huh.
knew a fella that was a farmer.
I
Yeah.
love humans.
All my family's are miners though.
They're the best.
Lumberjacks.
Oh no!
I'm
Look
sorry.
out! It's the Russo kids. I'm stunned.
Ah! They back again.
He's on your balcony.
She kicks, and as she kicks, her foot connects with you, Falco, and you stumble back, fall off the balcony, and you
Oh.
take.
God.
I need you to make a reflex save.
Oh, you guys are about to be
You got him.
blown
You got him.
away.
You got
Oh.
him.
Natural one.
I say, can I
No.
reflex save to like try to
17
help
plus
catch
16,
him?
34.
Oh, he doesn't need.
Yeah, so you only take
33.
7. You only take 7 points of damage. As you
falling
fall.
and Punch him into the building.
No, you guys.
Ah,
No, you guys
that's
suck,
my
right?
bad. My sight's not what it used to be.
I kind of understand why I hate you guys.
I know, buddy.
I mean, I didn't expect her to
let's be
kick
honest.
you.
As Bayzak is
She's got a
over,
high kick
Falco.
for a old lady.
and like Falco's laying down. But let's be honest, I don't think she knew all the questions. Not all the answers.
Did
I
you see
think
how
she-
high her leg got? That was
Yeah, I did.
intense. All right.
Guess we're good to
Jeez.
go
Fine.
down.
Yeah.
Johnny.
My
Flies
pain
back up
hurts.
to the story.
Shoosh.
Never fails. Every time there's something in there for flavor, Shayna's love.
Yeah.
There's the quest.
Down the alley.
Shiny thing. Shiny thing. Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, shiny.
You guys come down a barren alley. with no doors or windows on either side. No, I'm just kidding. There's absolutely
Move the
nowhere
door.
you can go except for forward.
Yeah, not again, not again, not again.
I think we go forward, guys.
No, you head down this alley after Johnny. Finally, you catch up to him. Right outside this area where the broker's tavern, bar, club thing is. And outside, you see one guy, and he's standing there at the door.
Suit.
Suit. As soon as you come around the corner, he reaches down for something, preparing, and then looks at you and goes, "Hey, wait a minute. I know you.
Yeah, you do.
You here to see the boss?"
Yeah. Where did
Unfortunately,
the rest of the men go?
Well, let's just say that things have been weird. Come on this way. Opens the door. I'll let you inside.
Follow right in.
Sweet.
As you come in, you notice it is a lot emptier than normal.
Business is booming.
what are you talking about, Basic? There's nobody in here.
It's an
Club beings.
As you come in, you see the familiar form of Vincent. The big guy that's usually like the bouncer of the broker's like
door.
room.
Mhm.
Yeah. He comes. He looks at you and he goes, "So you guys are back, huh?"
Hey, Victor.
It's Vincent.
Sorry.
You call me Vinny if you want.
Vinny.
Yes, we're back.
Listen, I'm happy to see yous, but just want to make sure you done the job, because the boss is real touchy right now. Fair warning.
Maybe we should
He's real touchy
come back later,
right
gentlemen.
now. As soon as you say, "Oh, we should come back later," the door opens. Who is that you're talking to out there? He looks out.
Guys, let's go.
Oh, yous guys again.
Yeah,
The familiar form of the broker steps out. John, they're back. John Doe, the man with the top hat. He comes out.
John Doe's.
Right this way, gentlemen. Come on in. John takes off his hat, tips it, and then shows you this way. He ushers you into the room.
Usher.
Circles the desk, and the broker sits down in his chair, and he goes, "This is it. This will be the good news that I've been waiting for."
Yeah, Don, why don't you give her the good news?
Bazak
Yeah, John.
gets a drink.
I was
Bazak
thinking,
sits comfortably.
before you tell me anything, I want to know, did you make him suffer? Did you make him suffer? Did you like pull off his fingernails or something like that? I don't know. Because what this guy did, like he's sick, you know?
He was tied to a chair.
Oh, yeah, I like that. You know what? Man, I wish I was there.
You could have
Alright.
been.
Start at the beginning. To the beginning.
Don, no words, like, is just listening to this, and he's gonna reach into the bag, pull out the journal with the evidence, and just kind of toss it on the table. No words.
Oh, man. Man, it was that bad, huh? Alright. Alright, I respect your business. But I'm just glad that I'll never hear from this guy again.
We need to kill him.
You did what?
You.
Oh,
I want to
God.
legit.
Listen, I can't lie to you, bro, Mr. Broker. I can't. I respect you too highly.
You just lied to the old woman.
Broker sits back in his chair.
I want to punch Falco in the small of his back.
Hey, listen, let me speak.
Vincent. You hear the door lock behind you.
Oh, God.
Your mother?
You guys have about 30 seconds to tell me what happened.
Okay, listen.
No. I ain't got time for this. Alright. I've been on a boat for 6 days. Okay, I'm sorry. Broker, I've been upfront with you. I've never lied to you. I've always told you the truth, and I hope you honor that. Alright. But we went and we got the guy. We had him dead to rights. But I'll be honest, we're kind of out of our depth. We were fighting,
I'll go
help me out.
fools.
Yeah, I'll go fools.
Oh,
What the
try
hell
to
is up
remember
with that?
John Doe's hand goes on the broker's shoulder, and the broker looks up at him and he goes, just nods slightly. Broker
We stopped the
leans
warden.
back. Who's the warden? Of what prison?
It's
So we don't have. So like, okay. We don't really know. LaCroix made a portal, made a doorway to another spot, and these creatures were coming out of it trying to kill us.
I need both of you to make diplomacy checks to make an impression.
may I do intimidation? Because
No,
I was
you-
not.
No, you may not.
Okay.
You were not intimidating. You were telling him I've been upfront with you this whole time, which gives you a bonus. But and the two talkers, the two charismatic ones, they have been silent this whole
Listen,
time.
Don
Can I
Don
use a hero
is showing
point?
it now. He is terrified of what is going on
Can I
here. He
use a
does
hero
not
point?
like it.
I'm
You
not
can
use a
using
hero point.
I'm a little
You can use a hero point. You can always use a hero point if you like.
13.
You have it.
I'm gonna use my last one. Oh,
You just used 2 hero points?
yes.
My bad, G.
Way better. Dirty 20. I rolled a 5, 3, and then a 19. Thank goodness. Dirty 20.
He looks at you and he goes, "You bought yourself another 30 seconds." He looks over at Don. "I trusted you to get the job done. I want to know what happened. I want you to tell me what happened."
We put someone else before him, and we thought we had him. He got away. The best we got of him is, and I'm gonna take out one of the random blood vials I have, and roll it onto the table. It's the best we got out of him.
And,
What is this?
His blood,
His blood.
LaCroix.
LaCroix's blood?
Yeah.
Takes this. John, can you do something with this? John takes it.
Come on, Hatman.
He looks up at it, and you see John's eyes flicker. You see Don. You actually, all of you see almost like a galaxy in his eyes as he looks at it.
We're screwed.
Boom! Ah! Mm.
You alright?
You see his nose start bleeding slightly. That's not any regular human's blood. This is from LaCroix?
That's where we got it.
above table, that was LaCroix's blood.
No.
I don't remember.
No, it's some
I
random
legit don't
vial I
remember.
had from the first.
No.
the first
that
area.
Was, I think that was the vial that said the
Like
the person,
ALMG or whatever.
it was like that
No.
person.
No?
No. You said a vial of his blood, which you have one vial that is marked his blood.
Yes, that person. But we don't know if it's
Yeah.
LaCroix's.
Oh, I
It's
just
not.
meant like
It's
one of
just-
the random blood vials I'd gotten the first day. But
Don,
Oh.
Hit-
Well,
You said his,
his blood. I
you
grabbed
said
the wrong
his
one.
blood.
Yeah.
It's
Don, just give him the papers.
Well, we
Okay.
got
We also
something
got
else.
his we also got his and I speak in
Did-
Dwarven. Like
Deed.
You speak in Dwarven.
Oh, my bad. I
You-
don't know Dwarven.
You speak in Dwarven and you say it, and John Doe goes, "Deed, his title deed to land." Without even opening his eyes, he's kind of like trying to stop up the blood.
You gotta,
Ah,
can I give him like a napkin or something?
I can get
yeah.
that.
No, he has a handkerchief that he's
Okay.
using.
I'll also put the deed on the table.
Maybe
This other person that you put above LaCroix. What were they?
It
30.
was-
30?
yeah. 30 children.
He had him in cages. He was doing experiments on him.
Shut
Had
up,
him in
Malcolm.
tubes.
So you're telling me,
What? I'm telling the truth.
you're telling me
Shut
that
up.
you, instead of beating LaCroix and killing him, you freed the children.
Yeah. I'll make
That's not
the
the
same
word.
call.
Make a
Episode
deception check. Make a deception check.
Why deception?
Because that's not what happened. You had him tied up. You could have fought him right then and there. You chose.
To go fight
To
Zoro.
save
I'll
the
go with it.
children. Molly.
Is in fact 8 children.
How's your
I mean,
deception
he's
check?
not wrong.
I rolled a 14.
You're over 14.
I got
John Doe is like, what about the Violet girl?
Yeah.
Roker looks up at him, looks back at you, looks up at him. John, thought we talked about this. Sorry,
That's who we
boss.
saved.
She's one of the 30.
Yeah.
Boss, I mean, they're kids. Yeah. I'm just sick of always being the nice guy. He stands up, turns around, and walks to his window, looks out the window, and you see the city out of the window. He's peering out. He's quiet for a long time.
Any dirt?
John finished stopping up his nose, and he's working. Room is just silent as you guys are there.
If you want to play dirty, any dirt you want on LaCroix is in the journal. Talks about everything he's done with the kids, all his experiments.
Up
And
table.
you have his deed. I mean, like,
Did we didn't destroy the vials of anti-magic stuff, did we?
No, that's I'm hoping in a bag of holding away from Dawn.
No, we have a vial, but there was a vat of it.
No.
We didn't destroy it, did we? Or did we?
Yeah,
I
you
remember
did.
somebody
You
kicked,
shot
yeah,
him.
somebody kicked it
You
over.
shot him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody kicked it over. Yeah,
You broke the vats, and then I think you have 2 vials of that, or one
I have-
vial of that.
I have one vial. I have one
One.
vial of it. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
The rest of it was destroyed.
I'm sorry. I don't normally get angry like that. But don't we have his deed. And he's a noble. Couldn't we take his title? Doesn't it work that way? I don't know. I'm
Roy is only
Dwarf.
a title, only has a title and name. Taking any land that he owns is gonna be a moot point. I really wanted this guy. He's done so many terrible things, especially to my family. He turns back around And he grips his chair. It looks up at you. That's what's important to me. My friends. My family. Community. These kids. Only a monster would do stuff like this. It needs to be put down. That's why you're gonna put him down. John, I need the network looking for this. I gotta find out where this guy went. He's on the run. Any... With the journal, we'll be able to oust him from any noble meetings. And then with the title deed, we could stop him from coming into that area. I'll tell you what. You saved the children. If I was in your place, I'd probably do the same thing. We'll call this a win. But only barely. I'm gonna take the journal and the deed off your hands. I'll do the best I can to stop this guy from coming back. In the meantime, I'm going to get you access into this mansion. And I want you to go and see if you can pick up any trail that he may have left behind.
If you'd like
You
to,
might also want. My bad. Go ahead.
if you'd like to help anymore, we have the children here. Anything you can or are willing to help them with is greatly appreciated.
There's nothing that I... The hand goes on his shoulder again. Boss. The kids. Well, strapped as it is. The only thing I can tell you to do is to... I have a friend in town. A teacher. You should be able to look after him for a while.
You mean
Until we can...
Jocelyn?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
She'd be able to look after him for a while, at least. Got some friends that have some spare beds. Give them a couple of meals a day. And at least they can be learning something in a school for the time being. But those kids, to get those kids back home, I'm gonna need my network up and running again. You boys have been gone for a couple weeks.
I was going to ask, your community seems to be missing members. Anything you wish to fill us in on?
Yeah, you see, Glassstone. Everybody wants it. And I'm the only one who has it. And I thought that would give me a monopoly. Turns out it's been nothing but hassle. The Duke and all of the guards, they really want it from me. So they've been busting my guys on any little thing that they can. The rival families in Almara haven't been making life easy. So, network is stretched a little thin right now. Now, if you guys would want to help out with that, maybe we could offer you a little bit of money, help the kids, everybody wins.
Why don't you make an announcement to the public?
What announcement?
Found the kids.
You don't understand how this works. Those kids all belong here in Almara?
Some of them do.
Well, those kids will go back home. That'll be easy. Those kids probably know exactly where they live. Their parents and everything. But to get all 30 kids all across Brahedron and Riston and Gorain and who knows however else, it's gonna be a big task. Unless you guys want to run around for a month, putting everybody back where they belong.
That's exactly
We-
the problem we're having.
Know someone who has a network. In fact, he wants to meet you.
Really?
Have you heard of the Junipers?
In my business, I heard of everybody. My job is putting people in touch with other people. That's why they call me a broker. Of course, I have my own little family on the side. But, Junipers have never really strike me as a terribly organized lot.
You might be surprised.
What do you think, John? Expand over the water? They shut us out here. We can always go and pick up other markets, other rackets. I don't know if the resistance will. Enough about the resistance. We gotta handle our own problems first. Yeah, boss. Yeah, we can make that work. I just have some more questions about the blood when you get a chance.
So would you mind if I let him call you on? And I'm gonna pull out the sending stone to the broker on make a call to you on this.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll set up a meeting.
I'll let you two talk it out.
You guys can bring him here. Well, maybe not send you guys on that. Vincent. What dock is he at? He's
The Verde.
right here in the Verde Investment. Alright.
Look
Vincent,
for the gravestone.
you heard the guy. You heard the Johnny. Sorry. Take him, bring him here. Vincent walks out the door. Now, is there anything else I could do for you?
No, but you should probably know something else. Like, if you see LaCroix's X-Fling thing, like, shoot on sight. She's bad. She's weird. She attacked the city where we were staying at, and she's all types of powerful now.
Took
So-
over the body of a sorcerer, a powerful one.
Yeah, it got freaky, broker. Real freaky.
Would we know? Yuri's told us it's a necromancer, right? So we'd know that.
Yes, he has.
I feel like he
Took
is.
over the body of
yes.
a necromancer.
Took over necromancer. Yeah.
John. Necromancer. Yeah. We're gonna get talk. This blood is not LaCroix's, and now you're talking a necromancer in the mix. This blood is from someone beyond powerful. This blood is from someone who can change the very fabric of reality.
Huh?
Are you saying it's I am? And if that's the necromancer, we're in trouble. Like, Prehedron's in trouble.
Holy pits.
Have you guys ever heard of a Terran? What a Terran is?
Can't say I have.
Uh-uh.
Terran is a being from a different reality, a different plane of existence, should we say? They
Like
look
the
like
Fae?
like the Fae. They look like humans. They talk like humans. They seem like humans. Only their innate like abilities with the chicane are unmatched. This blood is from a Terran. I've seen this once before.
How did
So,
LaCroix get that? Jeez.
above table, you actually know whose blood this is.
This is Merlin's,
I
right?
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured. Hold on, I'm trying to get my notebook organized here.
John Doe kind of looks, rubs his brow, and he goes, I have a friend I can show this to. Try to get some answers from this. See what's going on. Necromancer. Bad stuff. We should keep an eye out.
I think you should also. I don't want to give it up, but you should use this. Try to. You find a way to. Don, what's the stuff you do to make more? Starts with an M. Multiply this.
I would have said replicate, but
Or yeah, or that. And I'm gonna hand over the anti-magic potion.
As soon as you bring it out in the open, Don, you start feeling sick. Bezak, you start feeling sick.
Does John Doe change?
John Doe, like as soon as it brings out in the open, go ahead and make a perception check. Actually, no perception check needed. As soon as you bring it from the bag of holding out, John Doe crumples against the wall. As he crumples against the wall, you see his facial features start to blur slightly.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Put it back.
The broker stands up and just glares at you. The hell is that?
what LaCroix was making.
He was making a ton of this stuff.
You see
Put
his face kind of back into place.
Yeah, it did that to those two back here too.
What is that?
I think it's like it's bad. It like turns off chicane.
Made my eyes stop
This-
working.
This is. Oh, I feel sick.
I'm gonna put it back away.
He goes like this. He looks at the broker. Broker's like. Excuse me. John Doe just walks away, opens the door, leaves.
I don't really like replicating that.
Hey,
If not, I'll just hold on to it. You know, I don't want nothing to affect John over there. Yeah, that's
to be fair, your life is pretty dangerous. Yeah. Reaches into a desk, pulls out a small box. He opens the box. It's metal. It's like a really dark metal. Pulls something out of it, places it to the desk. He opens the box here. Put it in here.
Bloop.
Closes the. You guys feel sick, and as soon as he closes the box, you almost feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Box closes, and he puts it down there.
Yeah, agree with Basak. I'm not sure if replicating that is the best
I don't
option.
think carrying around either is good. In case we go down or something.
Yeah, that's my thoughts exactly. Listen, I'm gonna set up this. Vincent's going to set up this meeting. You guys have a mansion to go and look at, or you can help out around town here. Do a couple of odd jobs for me to get my network back working to take care of them kids. Choice is up to you.
Alright.
What do you need done?
A couple of little odds and ends, nothing too fancy. I'm basically asking you, are you guys gonna go back to Vigo, or are you guys gonna stick around here for a while? So, if you guys need a little bit to talk it over, feel free to stick around here, or You go back to Moosley's, I guess. If that's where
No!
you
Sorry.
guys like to hang out.
Sorry.
We'll talk it over, and we'll just let you know of our decision using the stone
Yeah,
you gave us.
It's probably better off not to disturb me for the next couple of hours while I meet with this guy.
Tell you first thing tomorrow morning.
Sounds good. You know where I am. You know where to find me.
That we do.
Don would hang back a second if we're all planning on heading out. He wants to ask him something.
Johnny turns around, walks out.
Follow Johnny. Uriah follows. Basic.
Sorry, I gotta do something for mom.
Everybody leaves except for Don.
Kind of chill by the door. Close the door, but just kind of chill outside the door. We'll wait for Don to come back.
What is this talk of the resistance?
Make a society check.
Oi. Oi, I like. 26?
He looks up at you with tired eyes. You want to go down that rabbit hole?
Only if you're willing. If not, that's okay. I've just heard a lot about it recently.
He shakes his head, and as he does, he moves to stellium form.
Whoa.
There are those in the Imperial Court that believe that the Lorcan are a threat. They have been hunting down and imprisoning Lorcan wherever they're finding them. They have even used the Crimson Conclave to do this on occasion. The corruption runs deep. What I'm about to tell you, I only tell you because you're a Stellian as well. And that is, there is a group that is finding these ones and freeing them. The Resistance. While some of us fight in the court, there are those that fight to free these people from these prison camps that they are brought to.
Sounds like a valiant work.
I would think it is. Then again, I'm biased.
I hear any of this?
You do not.
Dang
He looks
it.
up. He looks at the door. He looks back at you, Don, and he goes, "Don't trust humans."
I'll keep an eye out. Thank you for filling me in. Think I might have already found at least some Lorcan who were taken. I don't know if it was part of them or not, but
You've seen the stuff that I've seen. You'd know why I do what I do. But you're probably better off staying out of it for as long as you can.
sounds like a plan. We'll let
He
you know
shakes.
our. Go on.
He shakes and moves back into human form.
We'll let you know our decision tomorrow morning. Thank you.
He just kind of. You're welcome.
Pop out the door.
You okay, Don?
Yeah, just a business question about, business, of course.
Cool. I had a question though.
Hmm.
What beats paper? And then
As you guys convene outside, either so where are you guys headed? Are you guys headed to? You gonna stay at the brokers club there, or are you gonna leave? Where are you going? What are you doing? What are you
Head
doing?
back to. Johnny would head back to the gravestone because that's where Molly is.
And I kind of agree with that. I think we should at least get those kids that live in Almara to their homes real quick while we're here.
Okay. You guys spend. We'll say you guys spend the next couple of hours. You guys split up. You each take a different kid. You bring several kids back to their homes. Their parents are overjoyed. They want to give you money. They want to give you what I mean. When I say they want to give you money, they want to give you like 3 silver and 4 copper. Like that's all they have. You know, like they most of these children come from the Verde Vestment. When you bring the children back, is there anything particular that you want to say, do, tell these families?
if they start displaying flu-like symptoms, caught
If your loved one has been exposed to mesothelioma,
mesothelioma.
The ones that Johnny deals with, if the parents are like, "Where did you find them?" It's not the story for you to be concerned with. You've got your loved one back, and that is what you need to be concerned with. Just keep them safe.
Through tears of joy and heartfelt thanks, one question is uttered every single time. And that is, who are you?
your mom.
Shut up.
Johnny's answer to the ones that he took back would be, "We are of no importance. We are just trying to do what is right." And he'd turn around and walk away. Every time the question came up.
Okay. What is Bazak's response to that question? Every time he has a kid that they ask.
Bazak would the group that saved them was called the Serious Six.
Okay.
And I was just lucky enough to be with them when they did. Bazak would throw 100% on this title and nothing on himself. Like, he doesn't even want to be there.
Okay. How about Don?
We have many names, the Serious Six, heroes, but most importantly, the people who do good.
Burning name of it, Spider-Man.
Uriah.
I'll just keep it simple. I'll just be like, the Serious Six.
Falco left. Shane left. But we'll get what he got in a second. So none of you actually gave the credit to the Juniper Consortium or the Brokersmen or any of that kind of stuff. So that's interesting. That's an interesting thing.
Show me where they were down there fighting when those all go through, and I'll tell you what, then they'll get their credit.
That's right. That's right. Well, I mean,
people who do good.
People who do good. I like that. You spend the next several hours. Oh, he's back. Cool. What is Falco's response to that question?
What are the Serious Six and I look at Slippy kind of awkwardly. And a half.
The Serious 6.5. As you guys end these children back and doing good. As you guys end this, it is now night, and one by one, you guys are in the city alone with your thoughts at certain points in time, coming back to the gravestone. What's Don thinking about?
Just kind of the joy that bringing the families back together really brought to them.
What's Johnny thinking about?
Johnny's thinking about where they're going next. Thinking about Tar. How he still has to find him. How he still has to find his father. Has to get back to Vigo and check on Dale. Johnny's always about the people. So we've got the kids where they need to be here. Our next stop is, Vigo, getting the kids there, checking on Dale, and then finding Tar and his father.
Falco.
He would be thinking about a lot of the weird stuff, like what the heck was Lady to Care, why is he still here? I have my own mission. I feel like I should be doing this, but this is important too. So he's kind of like having an internal debate in his head.
Uriah?
Pretty obvious about the bold boy. And he's kind of just like playing with his pendant and then trying to think about like.
It's not a pendant anymore.
Not a pendant anymore.
Right.
It's just it's just a piece of brass now. That's almost a lamp, but it's a brass vessel.
Playing with the vessel and just thinking about bald boy.
Thinking about bald men.
Bald men.
Oh yeah.
Bazek?
Bazek is thinking about thinking about the kids that he gave back, and then leading to the kids onward is thinking about the kid that's on the ship that he has to give back. But it's not gonna be such a joyous conversation as, hey, is your kid still alive? Still alive? Like, here you go. It's gonna be a lot worse. Bazek thinking about that, and then kinda shuts that down, stops thinking that, files that away, and then goes for just whatever we do next. I mean, like, we're doing good things here, you know what I mean? Like, so we'll figure it out.
The people who
Don't worry about
good.
it. Don't worry about it. What comes tomorrow, like, he'll figure it out.
You guys each lost in your own thoughts. You don't really notice that you're meeting back up with one another. You just kind of like head down thinking until you're like, oh, hey, there's Dawn and there's Uriah and everything. Everybody's kind of reconvening and you're like, oh, okay. It is now evening. You guys are back on the docks just off of the gravestone. What do you do?
I would Falco would put, like, you guys see Falco, like, he's very, the brows down, like, thinking face. And he would look up and ask you guys, we did the right thing, right? Like, I know saving the children that's important, but stopping the Algothus was the right choice, right?
I feel like the Agosto would have hurt a lot more people than just LaCroix and his small group of 4 ever could.
What do you think, Falco?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, like going around and taking the kids back home and meeting up with Jocelyn and having her help out, like it felt good. I feel like you ever like you see him trying to go down a rabbit hole. You ever like hunt something and you've been hunting something for a long, long time, and then you finally get to it, and then you hunt it, you bring it back to the village, and everybody's praising you because you did so well because you're so good at it. That's what it felt like today.
So, seems to me you have your answer.
You say that, and he's like, huh. He's back to thinking.
Bazak puts his head down and if we all we now we're all walking the ship.
You're all met back up just off of the gangplank on the docks.
I think see if Molly still wants some fish.
I'm not going back in the water again.
Huh. I'm not I don't think we have to, yeah. See what she wants. We get some food. Some meat.
Yeah,
and
we
a
should.
place to put a head other than a
We could
ship.
always stay at Moose's.
You think that's a good idea with Dougal? Like, Dougal Dorado.
Dougal hasn't done bad, only from what it seems to be
No, but if
protecting
like
her.
Molly's in danger, he pops out, right?
Mhm. If there's any more danger aboard that ship, I'm sure Chuck and Big D
No, I
and
meant
the
like
rest of the crew.
Falco means like if we take her off the ship and bring her into the city.
It's gotta
That's
go
what
home
he's saying.
sometime.
I don't know we're doing it tonight.
We still have refuge for the evening. I suggest we stay on the ship until arrangements can be made.
I like that idea.
Mhm.
Let's not rush into anything.
As you go to retire for the evening, you march up the gangplank, and you go to like the area to like go down into the ship, right? And standing in the doorway, shoulder against the wall, is Chuck, and he's looking towards the bow of the ship, and he's like, "Welcome back. Look." You turn and look, and you see Molly standing at the bow of the ship, just kind of watching the city, just kind of looking. She's been standing there for like an hour. Weird. I mean, like, I gotta keep my eye on her, you know, like.
We got it. Falco will walk up to Molly, not to surprise her, but like tap his foot to like get her attention as he's like tap the bow, like the ship, to, like make sure she knows he's there.
As you walk up to her, she sighs, like she recognizes your presence behind her, but she's.
You okay there?
It's been a long time since I've been to Elmara.
How long?
Years. I was a little girl.
Well, you know, this is actually my second time only being here.
Really?
Yeah, I'm from the forest. When I first came here, all of this was new.
That must be scary.
Yeah. Especially nobles.
She kind of looks at you and she gives like a knowing smile. Oh, we can't. We
That's
can't
a
all
general
be
there.
bad. We can't all be that bad.
No, of course not. We found some good ones.
She looks back over the city. She's like, it's so chaotic.
What is?
Almara. I don't know. It's somehow calming. The rest of you are standing there. You can hear this. You're within earshot. You just haven't approached.
Don's gonna take a seat and ask Johnny for the bag to play the harp, Jakasa's harp. Just kind of try to remember a tune that Jakasa used to play.
As you pull the harp from the bag and you start playing on it, the sound Molly turns. Just kind of like does one of these.
Don's looking at the ground, just trying to remember. Like, he's not looking up, so.
Falco, you watch her reach into her pocket and pull out 3 golden strings.
Oh.
What? Why did you... How did you...
LaCroix had them.
Don! Look!
Oh.
She's holding 3 golden strings to the harp.
He's gonna pick up his harp, kind of trot over. May I?
Do you think these are the same ones?
They look almost just like what
You
Jakasa
see
said
them.
last
You
time.
see them as the harp gets closer. You see the strings start to lift, almost like they're like a wind is blowing them up. The ends of them. She looks down at him and then she hands it over to you.
How did he do this last time? And I'll grab him. I don't remember how he did it last time. Hold him next to the harp, see if that works.
As you pull,
Recall knowledge! Recall knowledge!
as you hold the strings next to the harp, you watch the strings like noodles jump out and string themselves onto the harp in the right places. And as you do, the mural changes.
Whoa.
Gold kind of encrusts all, writes like an Etch-a-Sketch, a new mural on the harp.
Not are you doing this?
This time, it's of this small man. You see he's in a forest of some kind. You see he's running, trudging. Not running, almost like, pulled the coat close as he's barreling through this forest. That's in one picture. The next picture, he's doing the same thing over a barren wasteland. The next picture, he's doing up a mountain. You see a dragon, and you see beneath the dragon, its wings spread up. You see this small man looking up at the dragon. You see a lake, a small boat in the lake, a small man in the small boat. And at last, you see what looks like a mirror. 2 small men looking at each other with a thin line in between. Only one is the one that this whole mural is. And the other one, it's etched into the harp, so there's not a lot of details, but you look at it and you just know it's a different person.
Molly, how'd you get those?
Oh, please.
He says, freeze! Put your hands down. I thought you told me to freeze.
As the strings tighten and as the last little bit of the mural is etched in, you hear whispers on the wind. You hear a note.
I'm gonna try to play that note. I don't know. I don't think Don would know exactly which one it is, but he kind
Give
of.
me a performance check to see if you can play with the wind.
Ooh, ooh.
playing with the wind.
25.
25, you hit the note, then the next note, and then this wind changes and whistles a bit. You hit the next note, and the next note, and the next note, and the next note. Before long, you're playing a song, and all of you kind of melt into the melody. And you each take turns closing your eyes, and the light changes, almost flickers. When you open them, you're around a campfire. All of you surrounding a campfire.
Even
You
Molly?
see no, just the Sirius 6 and Bazak. When you open your eyes, Don, you're still playing the harp. You open your eyes, and in an empty spot, you see Jakas.
Hi guys. Do you like violence?
Hate you.
Let's see if that's terrible.
It's terrible.
Am I the one who sees them, or is it like everyone?
You all see them. You all see him.
Can we move or can we speak?
You can speak. You can move. You still hear the melody playing on the wind.
Faka would jump up, bolt to Jakas, and like traditional like sorry pose. They get on their hands and knees, and you all would hear like whimpering, like "I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And he will keep saying that over and over and over again.
In a second.
You're good, bro. Also, is Slippy in here, or is it just...
Is it
Slippy-
the series
Slippy
6
is
and a half?
not.
Well, she's 6.5 now. Jakas and her were best friends,
Six.
man.
He said 6.
As you hug him, you see Jakas. He hugs back. The rest of you guys see his face that he's in pain. He kind of twists. He goes, "A blind assault, not your fault. Where one stood two, one goes through. To stop the beast, its endless feast. All of you, and a song so true. Eyes are red, soul is black. One goes in, no coming back. This broken world, I can still fix. With the help of the Sirius 6. And as he says that, the last note lands, and you guys open your eyes, and you're back on the boat.
Bro's a lyricist. God dang.
Gun instantly kind
I was
of
tired.
take that in, like notebook, something, paper, pencil, notepad, sticky pad, something. Write that down, and like smack it into Jakas's
Where
journal.
did we just go? Were you all...
Bazak is just closing his eyes and like kind of like feeling the moment. Kind of weird to say, but it's just kind of like Bazak's just like, you know, like if you're cold and you're staring at the sun, and you're
Yeah,
cold, you're like
trying to channel
like,
it through your mind's eye?
like
you're like-
that's what Bazak's kind of doing, and then
You guys, if any of you needed to be healed, you guys are all at 100% health. And you get a +2 circumstance bonus for the next 3 days to all saving throws.
Holy schmucks!
Whoa.
And I want to change it a bit. He'd sticky note, write down as much as
Mindful melody.
he'd
That's
write as
flawless.
much down as he could remember on the sticky note. Find the Series 6 journal and smack it onto the front. Not opening it or anything, just sticking to the
Do you,
front. and
do you
putting
want me
it-
to repeat what he said?
I can watch the stream.
I would
Thank
like you to repeat it so I can write it down.
watch the stream.
Well, I'm gonna.
Man.
He just offered, so I'm gonna accept
Take it.
his offer.
He told you blind assault, not your fault. Where one stood two, one goes through. To stop the beast, its endless feast. all of you and a song so true. Eyes are red, soul is black. One goes in, no coming back.
Oh, it's the void. When you fall, you lose everything.
This broken world, I can still fix with the help of the Sirius 6.
Oh God.
I want to watch the stream.
There's a lot. There's a lot there.
Yeah, you didn't give me you didn't give me a chance, and I'm not blaming
I
you
can-
because
I can
there
send it
is
to
a
you.
lot there. So I'll
I
just
can
watch
send
the
it to you.
stream.
I got it. I can send it to you.
I should have typed it. That's what I should have did. I type faster than I write.
Joe
Mm.
should have typed it. He would have.
The-
Judah would have
Joe,
said it, and then he would have like typed as Judah was talking. Good. Good job.
on the
Moss.
bow of the ship, are the stars and the moons out?
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. You got 2 moons.
Is Molly still staring off the bow towards El Marie?
Yep.
Does she have any
Johnny.
reaction to what might have happened? My bad, Johnny. Go on.
Molly didn't. I mean, Molly's still like closing her eyes, listening to the melody. The melody wasn't intended for Molly, so
Yeah.
she didn't have a vision or anything. She
Just wondering if like we all just suddenly stood still and anyone happened to catch us, if like we started floating or something. I don't know.
Johnny walks up, kneels behind her. Have you ever been on a ship, young one? I wouldn't say young one because she's
Like 17.
about my I wouldn't kneel, but he walks up behind her and says, "Have you ever been on a ship before?"
Yeah. A couple of times, but never for any length of time.
Do you want to see one of the most beautiful sights you'll ever put your eyes upon?
Yeah.
I take her hand and I put it on. He puts it on his shoulder for her to grab onto his shoulders, and he climbs up to the crow's nest.
Okay.
And they
I
sit
mean-
up there.
She goes up with you, sits down. Wow. Wow. She looks up at all the stars and moons. Just. Wow.
Are you excited to go see your mother?
Yeah, mother.
She looks down at her tattoo. Pass.
We'll see what tomorrow brings. For now, let's just enjoy the music and the beautiful scenery.
The music is Dawn just
Yeah.
looking at the strings trying to make something happen, but it's
It's
work in progress.
Can I attempt to, I guess, aid Don by playing my flute?
I mean, you guys were you played the song already. I mean,
Played the song.
You're playing.
But now it's just relaxing music.
Yeah,
Okay,
Dawn's
so
not
now
like
you
no
wanna- you
specific
wanna
song,
play your
just
flute?
something to remember.
Cool. All right. Yeah.
I'd be
You
like,
guys
everybody does that. Falco's just like, there's nobody else.
Try it
Why
with
you-
your bow, Falco. Bing!
What I need is more cowbell.
Call it the one-stringed harp.
That comes up with a jug.
Falco pulls out his bow.
like a fiddle.
Just going ham.
Everybody's playing the spoons.
Yeah. That's
Bro, that
basic,
clip is
bro.
so
That's
funny.
all
Basic.
basic.
Oh man.
3 wooden
You guys-
spoons.
You guys spend the evening listening to music, playing music with Molly. In this calm moment, she seems to be at peace with this other entity inside her. Complex emotions fill all of you.
Basic don't even know who this is.
Who is?
Molly. He
Exactly.
wasn't there.
Kuchikasas.
That's
No,
Chicago.
Two I've never met.
Basic, he kind of gets the. 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 He kind of g Basic's feeling is, hey, if he's seen this random dude, he may see his family again. Like he don't know. Like
I think we would.
that's
I feel like we would have told you, like, on the boat ride, that long boat ride, we would have told you, like, who Jakas was. I feel like
he asked and everyone shut down.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Never mind.
We've never fully explained to
Um,
him who he is.
As you guys retire truly for the evening to go to sleep,
That
You
was
guys
Jakas, SpaceX.
break. You guys break.
You know what to
You
say.
guys go to your separate rooms, and Dawn, for some reason, sleep does not come to you.
I need that damn Woosie's milk. No.
The harp calls to you.
The hub. Beckett.
Wake me up before you
Inspiration.
sorry. He said it, and I finished it in my head, and I was doing a dance with it, and I was just, all right. Sorry,
I'm gonna mute myself now.
yeah, me too.
Inspiration hits you. The feeling of lyrics that would chain together well, notes as you were playing around it that would work together. Bardic stuff. The harp calls to you.
Kind of sit up, look over at it. I'm assuming I took it to my room this night.
Yeah.
It's just kind of practicing. Look over at it. Really look at it. Grab it. Pick it up. Sit down with it. What is it with you? Not unsure what it wants. He'd try to play that same melody from earlier. Seeing if that does anything.
No.
Do I get a feeling that, like, this just feels right, so let's play it? Like any kind of that feeling.
It feels like it's calling to you. It's watching you, but not in a creepy way.
Mhm.
It's asking for your input. What you do matters. So what do? Do you inspect the harp? Do you play the harp? Do you ignore the harp? What do you do?
After seeing Jakas, go back and reinspect it.
Okay. As you inspect the harp, you start to see that little man looks a lot like Jakas. Different areas that he's been through or going to. And as you flip the harp around and move it different places, you find one mural that you hadn't seen originally. This final mural, you see this small man underneath a doorway and light coming through the doorway. And not just light, but vines and thorns. And as you look at the small man, he doesn't look small anymore. He looks elven. Or maybe half elven. And then this kind of like shock comes over you. That's you.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear in your head, you can reply to this message.
Hello?
Don?
Jakas?
Oh my god, Don, it's been so long.
It's not.
I've been trying to reach you for so long, and you never replied to the message.
Oh, well, I never knew I actually
You gotta
could.
reply to the message. You gotta reply to the message.
I know that now.
Message. Message.
Do you have a message for me?
Yes. Save me. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
Mm-hmm.
Monster.
Mm-hmm. Kept ghosting him, and you see where that led him, huh?
Dang.
I like it. Wrap it up, GM.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
What?
So I believe what you don't see. Oh my gosh. I forgot that this is even a thing after 2 weeks.
That
What
happens to everybody.
What you don't see.
know.
Oof. Give me a second.
So what you don't see for the Series 6 only.
I know you.
What you don't see, what none of your characters would know or possibly even comprehend, is two men.
Rolling in a hot tub 5 feet apart.
Stepping down into a dark corridor. One of them unholsters a pistol. The other one pulls a giant axe off of his back. The axe is engulfed in an orange light, and the room lights up. I'm telling you, I don't like this. Quit being such a pansy. Listen, man, every time we go into one of these tombs, somebody ends up dying. You remember how the skeleton come after Peter? I don't want to go through this again. It'll be fine, Lance. Let's go. All right. Listen, just you go first. They walk deeper and deeper into this dark cavern. They look up, and they see a name.
Mordecai.
Huxley.
This is what?
Huxley. Something falls from an adjacent room. Boom! Yeah. Aren't you supposed to be like some hardcore pirate? Now everybody knows we're here. Now everybody knows, Lance. I don't do well with tombs, man. Clicks this gun and it clicks into the, another position, and the door opens. Got the gun out, the axe out. Lance? Jackson? Isaac? Timothy? All of them at the same time. What the hell are you doing here? And that's what you don't see.
It'd be like,
oh man.
Showing a plate, are you?
Man, as soon as you said Huxley, I was like, oh.
I'm like, an axe and pistol. I'm like, it might be Jackson Lance, but I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I was
jump
like,
to it. And then you said Lance. I'm like, oh.
I legit thought you were gonna have them fight. I didn't know. I didn't like. I'm just glad. This is not what I was expecting. This was dope.
there can only be one guy with axe, and there can only be one guy with pistol. There can only be one guy with bow. There can be only one guy with staff.
Yeah, I don't know what
I don't
Timothy's
know.
weapon is. No idea.
Even though
Mind. Timothy's weapon is mind.
Professor
Oh,
X.
man.
Yo, hear me out here. Timothy has a modern, like, I have one here. He has a stopwatch. He has a conductor's style watch
Mhm.
on
The
him.
old chain and everything.
Yeah. I got one of those here somewhere.
Well, as Jesse frantically
session.
looks for that, we are gonna wrap things up. If you are us from the future, stay sexy. Hopefully, nothing has changed between now and then. I love how Joe always stares at himself intently.
Real Rickness is
I
real,
think it's-
right?
I think it's because
he's real, yeah. My man.
my gosh. If you are new here, you stumbled on us by mistake, welcome. If you like the stories that we tell here, go ahead and give us a subscribe, like it, do whatever you got to do with the thingy below or beside or wherever the thumbs up button is. And come back
We'll
and
we'll cover the other GL. Just follow us.
Orc license.
We will
That's
not be
right,
covering the
Orc
OGL.
FTW, Arc License FTW. Yo, listen, we were playing Pathfinder before it was cool. All right. Well,
Hey,
technically
let
not
it be
really.
known. Let it be. Yeah, you're
Technically,
right,
that's
you're right.
not that true because like we had to play Pathfinder before 2020, and it's like the pandemic that kind of got us into this. So, but yeah, so hey, we've only been playing since the pandemic, so we're not professionals. But if you like,
Suck, but we love it.
Suck, but we love playing.
We hope you love
this
it
is-
too.
We've only been playing
this
Pathfinder
is-
for
This is
pandemic.
Pathfinder in the raw, but not rules as written.
We
That
love
makes any
sucking.
sense.
What?
Love. Is that
It's like
rules as written?
homebrew.
Well,
Oh,
it's certainly not professional. That's what
Yeah.
it's certainly not.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Thanks for
peace
watching.
out. Thanks
We
for
love you.
watching.
go buy some
Hey,
Girl Scout
thank you.
cookies. Brush your hair.
There you go.